All right, so in this part, guys, let's get the layout finished here. So we're going to go ahead and set up auto layout for our features we have on here, just so we can make sure that it's got a consistent view on different screen sizes here. So let's go ahead and let's start with our background. So that's where the space here. So you can either click on it, through here or on the outline, but just make sure that you have the image view selected. So sometimes that's why it's helpful to have this outline view open, so you can see that, yep, I do have it selected. So again, it's just a good safeguard. So let's go to our pin icon, which is this one I'm covering up here. All right, so the second one in. All right, and we're going to go ahead and make sure this is unchecked. So if it looks like this, please uncheck it. Let's just go right around and click on the different, we call these our I-beams. So basically we're setting the constraints to the top, the sides, and the bottom. All right, we're going to click on Add For Constraints. Okay, so that's part one. Okay, so now let's go to our label. Okay, and we're going to go to the Align button. We want to horizontally in the container, so right in the middle of it. Okay, go ahead and click on Add One Constraint. Don't worry, we'll get rid of these red lines. Go to our pin icon. Okay. Again, make sure this is off. I want to keep that button off there. And we want to go fixed width, fixed height. And then we're going to go ahead and add two constraints. All right, and then last but not least, let's go to the button. We're going to go to Align. We want that to be in the center and vertical. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add that. And then last but not least, we just need the pin. We need to go to fixed width, fixed height, add two constraints. And let's see, let's just check out here. So nice thing about Xcode, it's going to say there's still something going on. So it's saying we are missing, okay, yeah, so every auto layout you need to have X and Y taken care of, and right now we're missing the Y position. So we're just going to click on this red stop sign warning. We're going to say, yep, please add it. And our auto layout issues are resolved, and we're good to go. Okay, so that is, just getting our auto layout set. So that way, again, it just keeps things nice and kind of, just anchored to points here, so on screens it's not going to be real random here, so we have a better idea of how the layout's going to look. So let's move on here and start getting into some of the gameplay here. All right, so let's set up the play screen. So the first thing I want you to do here, click on our button. All right, we're going to go ahead and just kind of keep it hidden at the start of the game. So just scroll down in our attribute inspector. So I have this icon selected, scroll down. Go down quite a bit, and we're going to click on hidden right here. So when the view loads, the button won't be there. Okay, so we're just going to keep that hidden for right now. All right, and then what I want you to do here is look for something called a UI view. So if you type in view down below, you won't see it. You're going to get all these options here. All right, so let's actually narrow it down. Let's go UI view. It'll be the third option here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and drag the UI view. This is going to be kind of like the play screen, like so where the game's going to happen. And we're going to put this in the middle of our screen. All right, so let's go to the size zone. We want to make this 300 by 300. And once again, though, let's redrag that. So again, we want to get it to where we see the blue plus sign like you see here. Okay, let go. So we're right in the middle of the screen here. All right, so let's do the auto layout of our view. So we're going to go to the align options. We're going to go horizontal in the container, vertical in the container. We're going to add it. And then we're going to go ahead and we got to set the width and height. So you can kind of see there's a little pattern with auto layout. Kind of do some of the similar steps over and over. All right, but now our view is good to go. Okay. Next here, let's go ahead and grab a label. This is going to kind of be the label that's going to show the score of our game as we play here. So we're going to get this. And we're going to kind of do what we did up on the top. We're going to stretch this to the left boundary, to the right boundary, excuse me. And then let's go ahead and change the text to 0 clicks. All right, we started the game. They don't have a score yet. We want it to be white. Okay, we're going to go ahead and center that. And let's just make that font size 22. Okay, and then why don't we do one more layout with this here. So we're going to do something a little different here because we're going to base the layout of this label off of the view. So Command and choose so you can have both the view and the label selected. Okay, so now we're going to go to the align, and we're going to choose horizontal centers. So basically these are going to center off of the middle of each other here. We're going to click on add one constraint. Now we're going to click off and just choose the label for me. Go to our pin menu. We want to choose the top I-beam. Okay, we want to go fixed width, fixed height, and we want to add those constraints. And we should be squared up, and we are. So our layout is all set right now. All right, so we've got everything looking good here. And if you want to test things out without running the simulator, if you click down here, you can go to the different view sizes, and you can see how it looks in the different sizes of of the iPhone. So you can see it's the view's holding pretty consistent, all right? Because again, it's got those constraints set. So it's just a good way to preview the layout without having to run it. It kind of saves you some time there, especially in this room where the simulators can take a day or two to load up. This might be a good option. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I'll stop the video number 2 at this point. So our layout is done. Our next, we're going to start getting into the actions and outlets here. So we're going to start hooking up our game to make some things happen here. But go ahead and make sure your layout is good. All right, so that way when we move on to our next video, we're all on the same page. All right, good job, guys. We'll see you in the next video.